Today's webinar focused on strategic cross-selling in e-commerce. Over the next 90 minutes, we are going to dive deep into how properly properly structured cross-selling can effectively scale your basket value and generate higher profit margins for your online store. My name is Krystian Pomorski. I'm the part of the consulting department at Dealavo. My previous experience is connected strongly with e-commerce because I was the part of the Shopee marketplace. It was the Asian marketplace that were operating in Europe. Also, Valeo, it's the car parts manufacturer when I was responsible for e-commerce activities and cooperation with marketplaces. So this is my background. This is why today at Dealavo I'm helping our clients to scale the business and to better use the data that we gather as a Dealavo for the purpose. What we do at Dealavo to extend this topic a little bit. First of all, we are the price monitoring tool. This is our main goal. And we are scrapping the prices from the internet. We are using many parameters to gather these prices, but of course the main is the EAN code. So this is how we help our clients. We help them to see what is the market, what is the pricing strategy of the competitors, and we are using this data to better, I would say, scale the business of the online stores. On top of this, we are doing the things like assortment reports of the selected websites. So of course we have some basics that we can scrap for you, but if you have some specific needs and you want to monitor some specific selected websites, of course we can do it for you. This is not the problem. On top of this, we have something called like ad hoc reports. So quite easy reports when you are putting the list of the EAN codes that you want to monitor, and you are getting the report how the market looks like on these SKUs. But the tool, that the monitoring aspect is one thing. Another thing is the repricing model. So price monitoring, promotion monitoring, and dynamic pricing. So once we have this data in Dealavo app, you can set the pricing rules in the system depending on your needs. So this is one of our well-developed tools, I would say, that helps e-commerce companies to grow. Of course, we have the private labels aspect. We are monitoring the private labels and the products that are, I would say, similar to what you are offering in your online store. So this is some kind of areas that we can help you with. In terms of how to contact us during the webinar, step one is the contact form. You can click the button above the presentation and leave your details. We will get back to you. Of course, during the webinar, the chat will be available, so you can write your question in the chat, and I will try to answer at the end of the webinar. If you will see any specific situation or any issues, just let me know during the chat, and I will try to manage with my team to make it perfect. In terms of the agenda, we are going to focus on 7 different modules. In the module 1, I'm going to tell you more about our approach in Dealavo Consulting, so the product roles in the strategy. So the element that is necessary for me to have the common understanding what's going on in your business. Then we are going to uh, deep dive into the topic of the webinar, which is the cross-sell anatomy. I will tell you more about the methodology, what is our approach, how we can, search for the products like this, that they will be great complementary products to your main products. Then I will tell you more about the basket pitfalls. So some errors, some good examples of cross-sell from the market that I gathered for you. In the model 4, magic of numbers. So I will tell you more about the pricing and the strategies that companies on the market uh, are using on a daily basis to increase the profit, or just to let you know how it looks like in terms in a different assortments in different industries. In the model 5, some technology and touch points. I will let you know how it looks like in terms of from the technology point of view. In the model 6, Q&A session, and at the last module I'm going to give you some homework, I would say, because I think this is the main point here. Once we get some knowledge about the cross-selling and the proper usage of the cross-sell, it would be great to implement this strategy one-to-one in your e-shop on a daily basis and see the results. We can go to the model 1. So the success foundation. Inventory segmentation based on product roles. This is the topic that is really critical for me. So every company has some assortment, and it would be great to know what role have each products in your assortment. What I mean here, you have in your assortment the products that are well known by your customers, and most of the traffic are coming through these SKUs. We call them traffic builders, and these traffic builders can be A or B, depending on the usage of this traffic builder and specificity that we are going to see in the transactional data. I will explain more about this difference in the next slide. We have added products, so the products that are complementary, relatively high margin, they are some kind of additions to these main products. And this is part of the cross-selling. We have also the long tail, so niche or premium items with rare purchases, stable margins, but for sure they are not as popular as traffic builders or even added products. They are purchased from time to time. We have also neutral products, so this is the standard background assortment, some kind of must-haves that you implement into your assortment. From the basket point of view, they are some kind of fillers. And we have dead stock, which is the popular topic in many companies. So the unsold inventory, the frozen capital in the warehouse. After some time, you have to create the strategy how to get rid of this dead stock, because this is the frozen capital for you. So this is the frame how we see the roles of the products in the assortment, and this is the starting point before we are going to do anything in the cross-sell aspect. Traffic builder, as I told you, the locomotives, right, of your assortment, they serve a price anchors to drive customers into your shop. With the traffic builders, doesn't matter this is A or B, the competition is really high. So our margins on these products are not high most of the times, which is totally natural for them. In terms of traffic builders priority B, we are talking about the niche selling hits. In most of the cases, in the Dealavo consulting, I see them as a seasonal products like swimming pools. You can see here some ski equipment that is popular during the winter only. So for sure they are super popular, but within the season that is coming from time to time. Added products, these are the margin drivers, and in the next slides, I'm going to teach you how we can search for these products to create the bundles, to create the great connections between the traffic builders and these added products. We have dead stock, as I told you, the unlocking capital. So these are the roles. And going smoothly to the anatomy of the cross-selling, what are the three pillars of the effective cross-selling from our point of view? First pillar is the matching. So the product must naturally complement the base. Logical relevance is necessary. So if you are selling beds, you cannot, for example, recommend to someone some kind of, I don't know, food, for example, as a complementary product, because there is no logical connection. The second pillar is the utility, so the value added to the client. Why do I need this? Educating the customer on the missing pieces for a perfect experience. I will tell you more about this in the next slide. So for sure, we have to recommend the product that is useful for the customer. It's complementary or it's some kind of nice to have, depending on the situation and the assortment. And the last pillar is timing. So choosing the moment. When we are doing the cross-sell in e-commerce, we have many different areas where we can suggest to the clients these products. We have the product cards, we have the last stage of the purchasing process, which is putting the contact details. And you have to be sure that you are suggesting the right product in the right moment, I would say. And I will show you, of course, some examples. What is our approach here? Maybe one word regarding the cross-sell versus bundling. So there is a difference between these two kind of offers. Cross-selling, as you know, this is the suggestion for selling an additional independent product. This is the flexibility that we have. The customer can add or not, depending on the needs. And we have the bundling. So this is the selling of complete set at once. In many cases, the price is lower when we are selling the bundling. And when we are analyzing the transactional data of the e-commerce, we can suggest, of course, what products are purchased to the the traffic builders with the added products. From the statistical point of view, what people are purchasing with other products. But of course, from the transactional data, we can see what potential bundling we can create to offer better experience or better price. In terms of the basket pitfalls and to show you some more insight and examples, what are the main mistakes the entrepreneurs are doing when they are trying to implement the cross-sell strategy in their web shops? The first pitfall, first mistake, is the choice paradox and the overchoice. What we mean here, offering 15 different accessories on a product page paralyze the customer's brain. And what is the result? The customer chooses none of the clothes at the page, none of the items, because the choice is too big. We have too many options to choose, and this is why at the end we are choosing none of them. The solution, how to avoid this kind of situation, is to offer two up to four selected options maximum. Because this way we are focusing the attention of the customer on the selected products, and this is the higher chance that someone will purchase the product. The second pitfall, lack of pricing logic in the suggested products. And here we are talking also about the difference between the cross-sell and upsell. Regarding the first point, we should not offer a cable that costs $500 to the television that costs 2,000. This is the logical fallacy that builds resistance and the suspicion of a scam, because, as you know, this cable doesn't cost so high in most of the cases. So even if we will set the assumption that on complementary products we can have the higher marginality, we cannot make it too big for the client, because it is not fair and it doesn't work at the end. In point two, don't offer the bet for €1,000 if someone is putting the personal details in the cart, when the bet costs lower than 1,000. So first thing is not the right moment. We should suggest this other option a step before, when the customer is looking at the product card. And if someone is buying the bet for 1,000, we should not suggest the item that costs less comparing to the first choice. The only situation where this is okay is where we are suggesting our private label, where our marginality is higher comparing to the other brands that we are offering in our shop. And the pitfall three, banner blindness. So there is no personalization of the recommendations. Imagine that you are selling, I don't know, the toilet bowl. You are the e-shop like this, and you are suggesting totally random items in the recommendations. For sure, there will be no conversion from the recommendations like this. They has to match some kind of. It should be matching with the products that people are purchasing as a main products. So once we will have the roles set in our assortment, we have to make sure that we are recommending the added complementary products, not something that is neutral for the customer or doesn't have any connection with the main purchase. So we finished the topic of the mistakes. Maybe we can talk about the good examples from the market. On the presentation, you can see the iPhone 17, the official store. If you want to buy iPhone, the newest iPhone, at the last stage of the purchasing process, they are going to recommend you some kind of accessories to the telephone, which is okay, and they are relatively cheap comparing to the main product. And there's another example from the German market. If you want to buy the Siemens coffee machine, then you have some accessories that are necessary to run this coffee machine on a daily basis. And these are the examples of the good cross-sells. So the things that are necessary to safety use the main products, or they are nice to have if you buy the main product. And they are cheap comparing to the main product that customer is buying. These are good examples. Another example of the good timing in a cross-sell, you can see the bathroom industry, full set recommended on the product card. Maybe starting from the scratch, you are looking for the toilet bowl, and at the bottom of the product card, you can see that you have the full set of each elements that are necessary to install the toilet bowl. But if you are not choosing the full set, you can see that when you are adding this toilet bowl to the cart, there is one suggestion only with the flush-mounted frame that system is recommending, because this is the only element that you will need to install the toilet bowl, and this is necessary to use it at all. And of course, it is cheaper again comparing to the toilet bowl, which is good, which meets our good examples of cross-sell for sure. So as you can see, the approach can be different. I mean the timing of the cross-sell and what you are offering at which stage of the purchasing process. It's depending on you, but for sure, if you have the product card, it's good to first of all offer more expensive complementary products, and then during the purchase process, finishing with the low value products. This is the good approach, in my opinion, because this is the reflection from the offline environment. And how to measure success? If you are implementing the cross-sell into your eShop and you want to measure whether this strategy works for you or not, these are the three pillars that help you to measure the success. First one is the average order value uplift. So you have to see whether it's increasing on the products that have the connection with the complementary products. This is the first thing. Then the attachment rate. So number of baskets where people are adding these things in practice. You can compare it quarter to quarter or to the specified period that you will monitor after the implementation. And of course, if you have the slideshow of the recommendations or some kind of widgets, the click efficiency. So you can see whether people are clicking on your recommendations. Even if they are not buying, you can see whether they are interested in your offers. And maybe this is the opportunity to optimize the recommendations and the conversion at the end. Magic of numbers in the model 4, pricing and psychology in cross-selling. Now we can talk about some kind of pricing effects and strategies that companies are using when they want to gather the attention of the client or they want to increase the efficiency of the sales. First one is the price anachroning. In the price anachroning, we have two ways of operating within this strategy. First one is the comparison of the added premium product next to the standard option. There is no screenshot of this situation, but this is the situation where we have the standard option and the more advanced options that with higher price. Of course, you can see it on the Netflix, for example, or Amazon offers where you have to choose the right option for you, and you have some different specifics. And then you are choosing, for example, the middle option, because comparing to the other options where you can see the price and the elements that are, the part of these options, it seems that this standard options seems to be okay for you. This is the first effect that comes from price anachronic. And the other option is the higher price crossed out, as you can see on this screen, quite popular in e-commerce and offline market as well. So the lower price underlined below standard price plus change color in that situation. As you can see, they are using this is the media market probably. They are using the red color to underline the topic of the promotion. The red color reminds the promotion price for many people. This is why it's so popular to make it like this with this crossed price and change the color of the discounted promotion. Then we have the price proportion rule. This is something I mentioned at the during first slides. What is the golden rule here? The complementary products that you are suggesting to the people should not cost more than 30% of the traffic with the price. So this is something that we have to take care of. In the Dealavo consulting, I have seen on many cases that the cross-sell is not so efficient when we are suggesting the items that costs, for example, more or less the same, like this traffic builders. I don't even talk about the situation where the complementary product is costs higher comparing to the traffic builder because it doesn't work at all. So this rule also it's worth to remember to add, and suggest relatively cheaper products comparing to the main one. And the next rule of 100, the discount communication. What does it mean here? This is the method that helps you to make the discounts bigger, more efficient from the sales point of view. And if you have the price up to 100, the percentages sound more powerful to the people. It's good to use percentage up to $100, euro, whatever currency you have. But above the 100, it's good to create the price discounts. So the flat amounts sound more powerful in that situation. This is role that I can see in many e-shops, and we were doing the analysis in Dealavo consulting that in practice it really helps to increase the discounts effect. And I can tell you that in many our customers, people are using these strategies. So they are making the limitation, the assortment up to 100 and above 100. This is something also important when you are creating the discounts. And the last thing that helps us to encourage people to do the cross-sell and buy more products is the free shipping threshold. As you can see, in many e-shops, we have several options of the free shipping, and it's good to encourage people with the free shipping threshold. So use added or narrow neutral products as a tips for the free shipping. It's the most powerful motivator to increase the value of the cart because I don't know how it looks like in other markets, but in Poland, for example, people love to have the free shipping. They hate to pay for the shipping, and they are really keen on adding products to the cart. sometimes even where this is not necessary for them, because the free shipping is super important. So for sure you can use this in your e-shop to optimize the cart value. In the module 7, we have the homework. So it's time to implement profit-making rules in your store. Let me check whether this is everything what we have. Yes, it's quite quick comparing to what I was planning to tell you. But we have the homework. Once you get this information and you can implement this strategy in your e-shop, I can tell you here what can be the approach that you are going to suggest, and you are going to how you can approach in your e-shop. So if you know the rules, how we can tackle the topic of the cross-selling, you can extract the sales report for the last 20 months, 12 months. Then you can identify your top 20 traffic builders products, and these products will be your locomotives to add the cross-selling products. And once you have these products, you can add manually 2 or 3 best complementary products and measure their sales with selected top 20 in the next 3 months. This is the exercise that I recommend you to do to see whether this cross-sell works for you. You can, of course, add them manually, but of course you can use the approach that we have in Dealavo. How we do it? We are analyzing the transactional data from the last 12 months, and we are checking which products are purchased with which ones, as assets, or they are appearing together from the statistical point of view. And after this analysis, you are going to see where there is opportunity to create some recommendations and the cross-sell. The topic of the pricing doctor, if you do the homework or if you have another topics for your e-shop, another issues that we can discuss, we have something like pricing doctor in Dealavo. Are your prices underperforming? This is the 30-minute online session with an expert. It can be me or Amadeusz, who is the head of consulting in Dealavo. You can write about your problems in the form, and then we are going to meet together and we will have the 30-minute session to discuss together how you can tackle your issues, what can be the approach. Of course, we have a limited number of spots. This is the limitation here, but for sure you can book your slot. You can write on chat that you are interested, or you can contact me after the webinar that you are interested to schedule a session like this. And I think regarding cross-sell, this is the every slide that I going to that I can show you. I think that this quick webinar will help you to understand what to avoid and how to properly create the cross-sell options for your customers. They has to be logical. They have to be complementary to the products that you are going to offer as a main products. But if you have any doubts, if you have any problems during implementation of this cross-sell, you can contact me or whoever at Dealavo, and we are going to help you. Thank you for this, and see you in the next webinars.